Okay, it came true. Doug Ford lost his mind, and everybody in Ontario is going to get $200. So, people of Ontario, and this is just for people in Ontario, but there's a lot, and it's pretty goddamn crazy. So, people of Ontario, do you sell your vote that cheap? $200? Yep. The Premier of Ontario announced today he's going to send $200 to everybody in Ontario. Well, maybe not babies. Maybe babies won't get it, okay? But 16 million people, over $3 billion are going to get checks for $200. Just checks. It's just a check. There's no reason. Here's a check. And in 3 weeks there's an election. So you better vote for me. Oh, God. It's our money. It's our money. But here, you want to know the worst part? Here's the worst part. Galen Weston, who owns Loblaws, gets $200. The Thompson family, there's a bunch of them. There's probably a dozen. They're worth more than Weston. Like, they're worth like $15 billion more. They all get $200. They live in Ontario. They all get $200. Hey, the Rogers family, you know Rogers, the cell phone company, the cable company, that whole family is going to get $200. Like, can you just picture it? Like, one of the Rogers on their yacht. You're on their yacht, and they say, oh, Jeeves, what, I look at my phone and I see $200 has been, I can barely tell because I'm so rich, but I see $200 has been put onto my bank account. Where did this come from, Jeeves? Ma'am, this came from Doug Ford. Oh, well, that's nice. Can you imagine that shit on the yacht with somebody peeling grapes for you and throwing them into your mouth? And they get $200? This is all wrong. This is crazy. This is nuts. Okay? Oh, and by the way, not only is it our money, we're being bribed for our vote with our own money, our own tax dollars, but we're going to pay interest on it forever. Listen to that. Interest on it forever. Ontario runs a deficit. Every year, Ontario spends more than it brings in taxes. Every year. And we have a past deficit. We're one of the biggest debtor places in the world. Matter of fact, the only places in the world that have more debt than Ontario are sovereign countries. Like, they're the countries. Countries have more debt. Only countries. Like, you go to the United States, California, nope, not even close. Texas, they got zero debt. They have a balanced budget thing in their constitution. They can never go into debt, okay? So think about that for a minute. The only other countries in the world with more debt than Ontario are whole countries. France, Poland, South Africa, Brazil. But, you know, we're right in there in Ontario. So if you run a deficit on your budget, if you spend more than you bring in, then if you spend more to bribe everyone for the coming election with an extra $200 in their pocket, including Galen Weston, then you're going to pay interest on that debt, on that $3 billion that you just tried to bribe everybody with, $3 billion plus, okay? Now, you think there might be some better uses for $3 billion? Do you think we could buy a whole bunch of CATSCAN machines and MRI machines so that we could have them everywhere in the province and far more of them, and people could get their tests so much faster and it saved lives? No, don't save lives. Bribe people with $200. That's the ticket. Hey, do you think for $3 billion we could hire, I don't know, we go out and go international and put some real money behind it and find brilliant doctors, like doctors in the U.S. trained in great schools who are specialists already, and it would be easy to switch them over. Doctors in Britain, also great schools. Let's go get some Swiss doctors, okay? We're pissing money away. Let's go get the best doctors in the world. Take the $3 billion and completely fix the healthcare labor shortage in physicians. Go get some primary care doctors from other countries and bid them up. Use the $3 billion there. Fix that healthcare problem. No, we're going to bribe you with your own money, okay? Bribe you. You think we might be able to get a few of these homeless encampments dealt with $3 billion? I think we get a couple of them sorted out, okay? But no, No homeless. By the way, they're never going to get the $200 because you can't find them to give them a check. They don't have bank accounts. You can't find them. So you can't give them the money. Yeah, I know. Galen Weston, the Rogers family, those Rogers family people, holy, they bought Bell out of the Maple Leafs. They're so fucking rich, okay? They're all going to get $200 on their yachts as the butler tosses grapes into their mouth, okay? Not this butler, their butler, okay? So look, understand this, folks. You are being treated like you were idiots. Everybody in the province being treated like they're an idiot. You see the premier now, hey, folks, here's $200, and I'm calling an election next month. What do you think? Hey, folks, good news. No, bad news, terrible news, fucking stupid news, okay? Terrible. Or reduce taxes by $3 billion, anything but this. This is absolutely nuts.